Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 3 is here, bringing us a brand new story with a new set of villains and returning protagonist. Oh my god, continuity is back! And I'm sure there's a lot of confusion on how we went from fighting the Greek pantheon to now fighting a wasteland tyrant. So in this video, I will be answering that, where the Greek gods all ran off to, who this hooded figure is, and what to expect to go down throughout the story of Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 3. So to start things off, what happened to the Greek gods? Well, that's simple. After the defeat of Zeus last season, the gods simply decided to leave the island, as Zeus was the only god truly passionate about destroying humanity. The rest were just simply following his orders, so with him defeated, the gods decided to once again go their separate ways and find their new domains. However, there are two exceptions, those being Artemis and Cerberus. Artemis has decided to remain on the island as she actually really likes this island and its chaos. Cerberus, on the other hand, has stayed behind due to an order given to him by Hades. He is to wait on the island for the Queen of the Underworld / Hades' wife Persephone to arrive, and I would assume this so that he could guide her to wherever Hades has gone off to. With this information, we know that Persephone will most likely be arriving during the summer event, and I think it's safe to assume we may be seeing some other Greek mythology characters come alongside her. But that is what happened to the Greek mythology characters, so from here we can now talk about the new threats to the island, the Wasteland Warriors. This group arrived on the island and immediately took over the new Wasteland biome. They are led by a man known as Megalodon, who's a shark-obsessed tyrant hell-bent on destroying everything in his path. He plans to do this by driving his massive ship, the Leviathan, throughout the island to where I am guessing is this bunker that has now appeared over by Grand Glacier. But to get there, he's going to need a whole lot of nitro. And what is nitro, you may ask? Basically, just a PED that this Wasteland group is absolutely obsessed with, and they are actively infusing themselves with to various levels to help them in their goal of burning the universe to the ground. You know, sometimes you just gotta appreciate a group for being evil for the sake of being evil. At this point in time, the boat isn't able to move yet, so Megalodon, realizing he needs to buy time, has ordered the majority of his minions to cause chaos throughout the island, where he himself joins in on the fun by broadcasting threatening messages over the car radios. All of this is to cover up what one of his higher-ups, the Machinist, is actually up to. The Machinist has been studying how nitro works for some time now, and is currently creating a pipeline that will be able to fuel the Leviathan with enough nitro to drive it through the island. As nitro is able to power up technology in the same way it can strengthen a person, which makes you wonder what effects this stuff is going to have on these people literally infusing themselves with it. But all of this chaos caused by the Wastelanders has of course gotten the attention of our Chapter 5 protagonist, Hope, who has made it their new mission to see what Megalodon is up to and put a stop to him. She's of course dragged Jones along once again, even though he's getting quite tired of constantly fighting these new threats. At this point in time, the two are still investigating what exactly is going on, as everything is not as it seems. Hope has discovered what looks to be a piece of Pandora's box that seems to hold some kind of gems, and on top of that, a hooded figure has arrived on the island who is most likely the Wanderer that the Oracle warned us about last season, who is supposedly even more powerful than the gods of Olympus, which is why for the time being, Hope has chosen not to confront Megalodon and is focusing on monitoring what could be the much larger threat by placing cameras around the wasteland. But that is where the story leaves off for now. Of course, I will be covering the story in its entirety throughout the season, and at the end of the season, I'll do a full recap of everything that has gone down throughout the entire season. But for now, we're just all gonna have to wait and see what happens next.